Today I would like to make a type of fritters to you. Maybe you've eaten different fritters, from lettuce to cabbage to tomatoes. So many different fritters are made in the world. In Turkey we are famous for our zucchini fritters, which we have the recipe on the channel, which I'm a bit more built up. Anyways, but today I'm going to make something called Öcce. Öcce is actually fritters from greens, which is going to be parsley, green onions, and some green garlics actually. Now they're in season. If you cannot find it, you can use ordinary garlics and some mint, and that's going to be it. I just want to show you how it works, how it's done, and at the same time how tasty and beautiful it becomes. And this way, actually, I also want to tell you the mathematics behind making fritters so that you can do whatever you want from whatever you have in your fridge. I'm going to start by putting oil on my pan. I'm going to shallow fry them actually, but you can use air fryer and not use so much oil if you like. But I'm going to make the way it's originally done. This recipe is actually from Antep, one of the regions where we had the earthquake. It's a beautiful recipe. I wanted to honor that place, and still thank you for continuing to support us on the earthquake. It means so much because as days pass, the needs change and they are actually getting worse. Anyways, I'm going to start, but when I'm starting, I want to also show you that making a fritter don't take too long. So I can put like 10 minutes on the clock and try making it in that 10 minutes. Setting the clock 10 minutes to 10 seconds until I go back. Okay, now we have here the parsley. It shouldn't be very watery. What I'm going to do, I'm going to roughly chop it and add it to the processor. I'm not going to fill the whole thing because I'm going to do it in 2 ways. Okay, I don't puree it. It has still big chunks. I'm going to put it here. Oops. And then add the rest of the parsley. If you want it with color, you can add clementine zest, tomatoes. If you want some cayenne pepper, red pepper. Now I'm going to add some mint and some spring onions and green onions. I'm putting them into chunks so that the processor is fine. Okay, now you don't lose any of the greens. You put everything in. Don't hesitate to use your hands. Hands are the things which passes your energy to the food, helping you heal, helping the taste that you have in your soul to move to the food. That's why I always believe mean people, bad people can't have tasty food. I'm sometimes really mean. When I'm mean, my food is never good. Now the spring onion is quite something. What we're gonna do is put a bit of salt and rub it. Why do we do the rubbing? To take the extra water away, if there is any. I'm crying in all these videos. This is so weird. Now, half a teaspoon of black pepper gets in. Almost half a teaspoon of cumin gets in. Normally half a teaspoon, but my red pepper is really red and really hot, so that's less than half a teaspoon of red pepper. And finally, dry coriander seeds. I'm going to put the seeds here. I have my great stone here. Crush it. I love this stone. I bought this from the Conran shop in London, and I recently learned that it's closing down. I'm really sad about it. Anyways, this is the mixture for the herbs and anything. This could be, as I said, any kind of veggies that we want to put. Now, what makes it a fritter? 2 main ingredients. One is eggs, about 2.5, depending on the consistency of flour. This is ordinary flour. You can use different kinds of flour. If you want it to be gluten-free, it could be corn flour as well. What it does, it gweighs it up a bit and makes the consistency a bit better. And the consistency, it should be not very hard, not very soft. Like this is great. If you want to add some more taste, some cheese, for example, some meat, even minced meat could do. This is the consistency and it's ready. Now, we move to here. I get 2 spoons. Have warm my spoons and oil my spoons first. And then get this mixture in front of your tummy. And then get one and put it in the spoon like this. And one turn and second turn. Voila, it's ready. And this goes into the oil. After the outside really gets brown, we take it out like this. It looks like a meatball, tastes even better. Okay, we are done. So, not better. Now, when I take these things off, I use a metal sieve rather than using a paper towel. Why? For several reasons. Once, the oil drips at the bottom and I can use the oil again and again, at least 4 or 5 times. So, I use the excess oil which drips down. Secondly, when it's on a paper towel, it wets it and it gets cold and hot from the bottom. This way it doesn't get cool really fast, but at the same time, the moist do not get into the towel and come back. Instead, it goes around with the air. So the outside is always much crunchier when you're on the sieve. How do we serve this? I have some labne here. Put it in the middle. Some olive oil, some sesame seeds. I'm gonna also put some sweet chili. It could be hot pepper jam. That would be really nice. And they go like this. Some more sesame and chili pepper. You might say, Refika, sweet chili is not your thing. Yes, but I believe we come from the same regions around. Our food goes really well with some of the Asian sauces and spices. And I want to show you outside. I know it doesn't look very tempting, but look at inside. It's bright green and it's greatness. You might not be a person that is so easily eating a lot of greens. This way you can eat a lot of greens and very simple, so tasty. That's it, guys. Hope you have enjoyed. If you have enjoyed, you know what to do. By liking our video and sharing it and leaving a bit of comment makes a huge difference for us. Take care.